This is Counterpunch with Counterpunch Boxing News. Night Talks. Here we go. I will let the chat load. Definitely. I am off. That is a great thing. So here we go. Night Talks. What are we doing in this world today? A lot of crazy stuff that's going on in the sport of boxing that I have to recounter after already countering. The whole Tyson Fury thing, D-Town Blaster. Cole, what's up, brother? D-Town Blaster's in the building. Kayla Simon, here we go. The squad is back. Ray Khan, Shalom, what's up to you, brother? Jim Brown's in the house. These notifications are coming out. Alec Wood, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Pulev was robbed. Sim C. Yeah, he was robbed of his fucking consciousness. Counterpunch from California, Javier. M. Young Caesar, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Blue Z1, Blue Z1. Counterpunch to you, brother. So, we have, first of all, let's talk about the thumbnails, right? Let's talk about the thumbnails. He robbed of his soul. Knocked his soul. I don't think he took Pulev's soul. Because Pulev was still the same motherfucker. He's still crazy. He was still trying to show people how tough he was. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, dude, you got hit like a lot. Mark Jeffs. Hello from the UK. Mike Hall in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Salute from Weymouth, UK. Big FW. Counterpunch to you, brother. Counterpunch to you. He rocked his fountain. He ran. Oh, well, he did elude. He eluded in the wrong way. He should have at least took a knee, but that turning your head shit, you know that what time it was. A Nordfors from OG. Is it OG Toenail? Counterpunch to you. OG Toenail. OG's nails are OG. Oh, everything's good, bro. Everything is good. So we got UK, Canada in the house. Mike Hall. Pulev probably never turned his whole back and grabbed or walked away into a match in his life. You know, and that shows you something. That shows you a lot, though. It really does, because it shows you that, for one thing, you have Slotello Presents. What's up, brother? When I get home, I'm counterpunching that shit. I just had to get some more videos out first. April Brooks, counterpunch to you. Orlando Garcia, counterpunch, bro. But it just shows you, Pulev had to turn his whole back. So he had to turn his whole back. He ran right into the punch with Klitschko. But it just shows you Pulev. But it's still like this. Here's the thing. You can't beat the top fighters. Or at least you can't beat the top fighters at your age. But what can you still do? Can he still make a noise in the heavyweight division? Counterpunch rocks, my man. Mark Jeffs, appreciate you, brother. The ref stopped it. I thought he would stop the match. Well, you know what? He had a lot of fight left. So, take it for what it is. Yo, your man taking that vaccine. Nope. Sorry. Sick people need to take the vaccine. But if you got sick already, why do you need to? Stop the match would have created so much BS. It would have. They would have called it premature. It would have gave more room to hate. They would have said this. They would have said that. A lot of things that weren't or wouldn't answer that were answered. Joshua knocked him out in round 9. He showed his stamina's better. He showed his poise is better. He showed that he's working on his skill set. He's a work in progress. You know, it's good. I mean, it's a lot of things that were answered that I wanted to be answered. He showed he could take a fucking punch, because Pulev was able to crack him with that right. Maybe not his best right, but that just shows the defense was on point. Kurt, I gotta say, Fury definitely gonna beat Joshua if that fight happens. Nicholas, hey, we have to see. White versus Ruiz would be a banger. That would be a good fight. You know why that would be a good fight? Because White and Ruiz, they have bad blood. And when you have bad blood like that, just like Joshua and Pulev weren't the best of friends. They were at each other's throat. And I think White, being White, and Andy tries to play the good guy, and I want to see Andy pushed. I see Andy taunted. I want to see if someone pushes his buttons. AJ was slick and came on strong with a jab and an uppercut. April Brooks, I don't either. Counterpunch to you. I don't trust that shit. I'm not taking it. I don't take flu shots, so why the fuck would I take that? Counterpunch to all the people that say AJ's gun shy now after the Ruiz. Go watch AJ versus Parker and AJ versus Povetkin. Haters gonna hate. I mean, that's it. Can we all agree that Pulev doesn't really know what defense is, though? No, we can't say that, because Pulev is a slick fighter. Oh yeah, no vax, bro. Mike, no vax. Fuck that. Robert Cumberbatch, going home. That's where I'm headed. To the crib. Going home. Trust me, AJ would knock Fury out. Won't go the distance. He has no inside game. White versus Ruiz could be like the heavyweight Hearn versus Hagler. Heavyweight Hearn versus Hagler. Well, you know, they've done that. They went toe to toe. White did buzz Joshua. He caught him with a left hook that Joshua didn't see. He recovered pretty well, though. Anthony Dasua. You guys are bugging tonight, dude. Like, hey, you love it, though. Love the competitiveness. It's good that you pick a side, man, and stick to your side. Stick to your guns. You know? White versus Brazil would be hot. That would be hot. Given that they both got knocked the fuck out. Nah. What's up, Boxing Masters? Andre Rodriguez. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I fear it will be a 12-round fight. I just can't see each other going down. Brazil should fight Joe Joyce. That would be a good fight too, though. Brazil and Joe Joyce would be a very good fight. They would go toe for toe. And that's like two big guys. That would be very good. And they're both slow. So you got two slow guys, two slow, big, heavyweight guys going toe to toe. Wow. Great channel. Commentator who thinks. Absolutely, Paul. It ain't illegal yet. Thinking ain't illegal yet. Yeah, they're both slow. Exactly, Nicholas. That's the whole point. They're both slow. Then you'll see guys, push, 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 push. You know, that would be funny. It would be like a slow motion fight. Joe will jab his face in. Yeah, but you know, he won't knock him out right away. And then one thing about Dominic Brazil, if he can hit you back, you've got a hell of a fight. See, the problem with Wilder didn't give him any time. And Joshua just already beat him to the punch because he was quicker and he was more skilled. And this, you know, Brazil just couldn't get to him. We would have to up the speed when the rematch on YouTube 1.25 time. White versus Kalnaki would be a good one. I want to see Usyk versus Ruiz, all hands. Anthony, absolutely. That would be a good fight. But see, understand, a person in the position that Usyk, you know, he's like, yo, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm ready to see Fury versus Efe Ajagba. That ain't gonna happen. Fuck that. Let's see Efe Ajagba versus Deontay Wilder. How about that? You think Effie's ready for Wilder yet? Yes or no? You guys think Efe Ajagba is ready for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder? Just a question. Too soon, Jim Brown? Wilder versus Ajagba. That'll be fire. Nigerian versus Nigerian. Damn, look at that dude. He's driving like a maniac. AJ can knock out Wilder in similar fashion to Fury. Wow. Well, you know, okay, to be fair, if Joshua ever got Wilder in trouble, see, the whole danger in Joshua and Wilder is who lands what first. That's it. If Wilder hurts Joshua first, there may be a problem, because either he's going to go down, get knocked totally the fuck out, or be hurt very badly. And every one of those are bad. Every last one of them. Eddie said again today at Triple G's press conference that AJ will vacate all belts if need be. Eddie is showing his true colors by showing that AJ should run to Floyd. Well, he's just talking shit. I think he's just talking. And he said he may, you know, he may do that. Honest opinion, Kurt. AJ and Usyk, I think AJ could knock him out. Not sure. Jamie Williams, Counterpunch to you. Because I'm really not sure. I'm not sure if Anthony Joshua can do that. I'm not sure if he can. Can Fury be lineal champion if never, ever defended any titles? That's a very good question. A very good question there. You know, so, I mean, I guess him returning to the ring, him being Safari, Pianetta, drawing with Wilder, Schwartz, and Vilene, then Wilder, I guess that's his way of defending the lineal champion. But the lineal champion is the person that had all the belts. Alright? You know, who's the guy that beat the guy? It's because Vlad didn't have all the belts. Vitaly had the other, the WBC. You know, so it's a tricky thing now. Usyk versus Helenius. That would be a good fight. You know, a fight like Usyk and Helenius, though. Who is Helenius with? Isn't he with PBC? Yeah, he's with PBC. So it'll be a kind of a difficult fight to make. But in a perfect world, sure, it would be a great fight to make. Counterpunch to you. Sly underscore tendencies. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Would Ortiz beat Wilder in a third fight? I don't even really want to find out, honestly. Because I'm going to tell you something about those fights that keep happening. Pretty soon, that shit's going to sway in Ortiz's favor. He can't lose them all. You know, he can't lose them all. Ortiz is 50. Kurt, when's your birthday? October 2nd. Ortiz is 77. Oh, there we go. Wilder is very quick, which makes him dangerous. He's fast. He's not the quickest, but he's damn sure not the slowest. That's how he was able to knock Dominic Brazil out. So aside from the 5 to 10, where do you see the division in 5 years? That's a very good question. Because who will emerge at that? Ricky Torres. Pulev is going to kiss another woman reporter, then go have a beer at the bar. That sounds like Pulev. I kissed her. Her lips were fucking soft. I grabbed her by her mouth and I kissed her strong. I kissed her strong. She likes it. I know she got aroused to it. My kiss. I wanted her to suck my kiss. That's what I wanted her to do. But I just kissed her softly and gently. That's what I did. Her name was Ginny also. My old lady is October 1st. Nice. That was my uncle's birthday, actually. October 1st. We used to celebrate on it. AJ versus Ajagba. No, that'll be a good one. You know, and I see that fight happening. It will, like, with all the shits and giggles, if the smoke settles and Anthony Joshua comes out victorious, I see him then taking on guys like that. I see him then going, you know, doing those passion projects, I call it. You know what I mean? And Ricky Torre, appreciate your super chat donation, brother. I see that fight happening. Why? Because if Efe Ajagba stays undefeated and he stays clout chasing Anthony Joshua, and you know he's Nigerian, and then Anthony Joshua's looking for an opponent in Nigeria, that fight is going to be like his welcoming to Nigeria. They'll have a fight there. Why not? That shit'll happen. Efe is trash. No disrespect. Man, just wondered what law in the U.S. AJ is shook steal from Ruiz. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think he's shook, though. Kurt, thoughts on Canelo and Callum? I'm going to do that tonight, too, bro. I'm doing that tonight. Kurt, what do you see the heavyweight division in 15 years? Dude, I have no idea, because in 15 years, people that you have never heard of will be on the very top. And even if somebody ain't even fighting right now, they're probably athletic that haven't even walked into a boxing gym, will be those ones that rise to be the next superstars or the next best heavyweights in the division. D. Hodge is in the building. He says, what's up, Counterpunch and chat? LDBC salute family. Leon Wanderer. Hey, Kurt, do you think Wilder's got what it takes to have a comeback or another short-lived sensation? I do. I think Wilder does. See, it wasn't the thing of him winning, right? It's the thing of when you lose. That shows adversity. And he's against adversity. If he wants to believe the shit or not, he still got beat up. He still took the L. And I think he needs to focus on the future. You know, regardless of all that other stuff that don't have anything to do with boxing per se, that should stay outside of boxing. But as far as guys, dudes, fighters, thinking that they're going to run through Wilder, he's going to knock a few of these motherfuckers out. And it's going to, and people are going to be like, wow, Wilder. And you know, people are going to, you know, his fans are going to, they're going to cry and yell and high five and chest bump. But I'm just telling you the reality of it. People that think they can go in there and just beat up on Wilder with that wide ass stance, with them long ass arms, they got another thing common, because you have to get to the motherfucker first. Then you have to get past the jab, then that big ass right hand. Which the jab ain't the problem, it's the right hand that he's throwing behind that. Because that's what's going to knock you out or down or whatever. That's the problem. You know, and a person that's learned how to do that one thing very well, and he knows how to do that one thing, is very dangerous. And it's amazing when someone says, hey man, I'm gonna knock you out with the right hand. But then you're like, shit, whatever. Then he hits you with the right hand and you're out. Speak your mind, sports talk. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. AJ started boxing late and he keeps improving in such a rapid pace that I can still see him peak from the 35 or like 40. Well, I can see him at 35, you know. I think he'll still carry the power. But the way Anthony Joshua's going, it's like, you know, when he gets what he gets, it's does he get complacent? Does he get, you know, will he stay hungry and humble? Will that be the case? You know what I'm saying? I mean, will that be what it really is, honestly? You know, like you do something, you get where you want, and you're like, okay, I've got it. I've beat Fury. You know, later on he might fight Wilder, you know. AJ can't do right. He showed offense and defense. People just hating think he'll knock Fury out if he catches him. Well, Fury has a good chin, but then understand something. Wilder hit Fury with single punches. It's another different situation when you get hurt and then you don't go down and then people are catching you with combinations. That's more dangerous because he doesn't have to knock Wilder out solid. But understand something about Fury, though. I mean, he doesn't have to knock Fury out. But one thing about Fury that makes Fury dangerous is when you hurt Fury, Fury's going to start fighting you. He's not going to, like, you know, crumble up unless you've just hurt him very, very badly. Because I've seen him in the Otto Vailene fight, and he got caught with a shot he didn't like from Otto Vailene. But he still kept fighting. So, he has heart, man. F.A. will lose before he even gets to AJ. I don't know. That's a possibility. I watch MMA also, but my thing is boxing. That's what I'm preserving my other channel for, so I try to put content on there. I had some big plans with it. They've been putting on hold. I'm looking for a graphic designer. You know, that's what I'm looking for. That, you know, that has a studio and all that can take that to the next level how I want it. So until I find that, I'm gonna just chill for right now. Serious question, Kurt. Pay-per-view here, a proper market, or promoters are trying to create one? I mean, it's an older structured market. It's older. So in hindsight, people are trying to make it probably what it once was. And probably what it, you know, how everything's going now. You know, you have shit like ESPN Plus, then you have the Zone, you know, and these apps, they're taking apart a lot of that, the pay-per-view structure itself. They're taking a lot of that shit, you know, so they're taking that to, but I mean, it ain't completely dead. You know, guys like Floyd and Showtime and PBC, they kept it alive. I'm convinced JD's is amateur level because in the second Fury fight, they took away his speed by having Deontay gain weight. He already had power. Yeah. But I don't know whose idea it was for Wilder to gain weight. But if you guys were rolling with me back then, you know, you know what my counterpunch was. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why the fuck would Wilder have to gain weight? He was knocking out Ortiz at 209 pounds, right? So why would he have to do all that new shit? The power that Wilder has is God-given. It ain't because his ass is big or thick or whatever. You know? You don't add nothing to something that's already special, that's given. You can't add to it. It just exists. It just is what it is. Counterpunch. So when he did come in them 10 pounds, that's exactly what happened. He came in 10 pounds heavier. He wore in those 10 pounds he wasn't accustomed to. You know, that heavy ass costume caused him, you know, it threw him off. It threw his balance and everything off. If Caleb beats Canelo, I want to see him in Triple G. That would be a good fight, him and Triple G. You know, if Canelo's a good fighter though, man. You know, you can't underestimate that guy either. You know, Robert Larios. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about that particular fight at all. I mean, I really don't, because there's so many factors that you don't know. Logan Paul, how big will he be? What weight class? You know, what are the rules? There's a lot of things you don't know about that shit, man. You know. Maybe Wilder's just trying to do this. Maybe Wilder's thinking to himself, like, I don't want to admit that I lost, because if I lost, I lose some type of power or edge, you know, not only to him, but for his fans. So if he's figuring, like, you know what, I probably may need to admit, maybe that admitting may make him somewhat mentally weak, because he lost to another fighter, which he's not accustomed to losing, which he's not, you know, he's not used to that type of shit. So maybe he's just trying to psych himself out. Maybe that's a way of doing it. Like, hell no, he ain't beat me. Don't talk that shit. Don't speak that shit. So we won't believe that shit. I want positive people around me. I didn't lose to him. He cheated. Well, it says we can prove that he did. The bitch cheated. Shut up. You think he didn't cheat? Yeah, I think he didn't. Get the fuck out of my face. Counterpunch. You know what I mean? That might be one of them situations where it's a psych out thing. It's like, hey, yeah, it's rule. You don't ever say Tyson Fury didn't cheat. He always cheated. He always cheated. He's always been a cheater. They've proved he's been a cheater in the past, so therefore the motherfucker cheated me. And if he didn't, he should have. Right? This recent era has raised the bar for sure. Do you watch MMA? Yeah, I do. No, I love MMA. I do love it. I mean, I like it. Shit. I used to love Anderson Silva, man. The Spider. What? You know, I am a boxing purist, but I love MMA. You know, I train the shit. So, yeah, I love it, you know. Kurt, do you think AJ is boxing with his heart? I don't know. I think it's a combination of both. Boxing with his heart and what people tell him. The heart comes in when you got to take a shot, you know, mentally prepared, ready. You can't sue someone in the UK for speaking their mind and what they believe to be their own truth. Okay. That's big. It's not that easy as people think, because they are shorter reach. Wilder isn't punching up. That's it. Hey, you're absolutely right. Nico, the best. See, a lot of people think they're going to come in there and make Wilder do this, man. Wilder knows if he has space and enough distance between you and him, he's going to punch you in the fucking face or the head as hard as what he's going to do. And you give him that opportunity, he's going to take that opportunity. He's did it too many fucking times. If you've knocked a lot of people out, even if you're a street fighter, it ain't like you don't know how to swing and hit a person. You know, Wilder's just primitive with the shit. He talks about skill, but he's like, I have the ability. You swing, you hit the motherfucker in the head. How hard is that? I'm the hardest puncher. If I hit you, you gonna get knocked out. I'm going to knock you out. That's what he does, until lately, but I think he can do it again if he has to get over that hump, though. But we don't know where he's at mentally, honestly. We don't know where he's at. He said what he said, and he's quiet about what he said. Now, people around him say, no, he's fine. That's what they're supposed to say, though, at the end of the day, you know. Dude is strong, but the skills and power Canelo carries is too much. It may be. Canelo's a tough fucking redhead, man. Shout out to Ann Wolf. I think she's here in Austin. Ain't Ann Wolf in Austin too? Right? He later will be 36 his next birthday. The power is the last thing to go, but his speed will show down, and he is very injury prone. Oh, Wilder, yeah. Heard Fury got very lucky against Wileen. The wheels almost came off. HDZ fam, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Que lo que? KDV, what's up, man? Everything's good, man. I'm off work and I'm headed home. Honestly, I don't think Wilder will ever fight again. How does a fighter like Wilder return to boxing? Get his ass trained, get his ass back in the ring. But we'll see, though. He has to show us. But most importantly, he has to show himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has a lot to prove to a lot of people. Because if he doesn't, this will be the thing that crippled him. And everybody's going to think, the accusations are going to get more and more far-fetched. See, when people stop talking about it, the more people talk about the possibility of it being true, then he has a fight because he has people in his corner. But if he doesn't fight anymore, and then Tyson Fury ends up fighting someone else, because you look at all those other channels, they're already talking about the possibility of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fighting. So they, you can tell they're starting to give up on that idea. You know what I mean? Slowly and slowly, they're starting to give up on that idea of Joshua fighting, or Fury fighting Joshua without fighting Wilder. They're already saying it. They're already stating their fears. They're already bringing this shit up. So, yeah, it's a good chance that might happen. They know. Canelo has no soul. Damn, really? Where you get that shit from? He has a granite chin. He does. It's a psych out. Mike Hall, what's a psych out? Roy Jones and Ice Cube's love child. Who the fuck is that? That's what I want to see. One moment. Canelo wants to meet Spence at 160. It'll be one hell of a fight. I tell you that much. But I'd give it to Canelo. I mean, and you know something though, Canelo is younger than Spence. A lot of people don't realize that he's actually younger than Spence. Wilder, yes, people like his big mouth brother saying he'd beat Tony Bellew, then get knocked out twice by a journeyman. Kurt, do you follow Street Beef on YouTube? What's Street Beef? No, I don't. You look like Roy Jones. I've heard that before. Wilder kind of like Donald Trump in a lot of ways. Yeah, they've compared him to Donald Trump. I was just commenting on his skills. Can't get in a man's soul. Okay. Canelo definitely does not. Canelo definitely does not need Spence as a legacy builder. No, he don't. But if he beats Spence, based on what Spence is able to do, Canelo's already up there. But then Spence will surely get more money fighting Canelo. How much money? I don't know. But they've already fucked up by offering him 20 million. Oscar De La Hoya. We'll give him $20 million. I want to see Michael Jai White try out for MMA. He's too old, bro. If he really believes he was cheated, how can he make proper adjustments? It's a good question. Let's continue to call Wilder a fighter because boxer is an insult to an actual boxer. I said I ain't trying to get in his soul. I just mentioned his skills. Josh was trying to fight Usyk. Yeah, Hammer Time, he is. Hey, Kurt, I think his soul snatcher there was talking about you. Willie Boy slip and move. It wasn't probable, but refreshing when Eddie said today, if the alphabets want to stand in the way of undisputed, then drop one, them all. Drop one, drop them all. Damn. The only way I see Eddie Hearn doing that, because I'm gonna have to counterpunch this again because I already made a video on it, but I did listen to that part and then what he meant by that part, because a lot of people are trying to get what they can get out of the situation. But here's the thing: if that's the case, and Eddie Hearn is trying to break the wheel, then he has to change the perception of Joshua's thinking to do so. Cisco Perez, counterpunch to you, brother. Sean Peterson, morning from Shanghai. Shanghai is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think Spence has a chance. Kurt, better train with Abel Sanchez or Reynoso. It depends on who you are, really. Because you got to look at it. The Reynosos, is it Eddie and Chepo? They have all those other guys there. So training with those guys will get you probably, it's almost like going to a gym and you're in pretty good shape, but you're working out with a bunch of buff motherfuckers. So they get you that motivation to want to do more, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be outdid. So I think in that case, he's with a lot of, you got Frank Sanchez over there, Andy Ruiz, then Ryan Garcia, then Canelo, then you come in with those guys, you're gonna want to do more. You're gonna want to learn more. You're gonna observe more. Whereas Abel Sanchez, I don't really know who he has right now, so I would go with the Reynosos. That's like the popular gym right now. Jim McDonald, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt, better train. Okay. Um, Wilder blame everybody and everything. Joe DeLeon, he did. Boxing Logic. Eddie Hearn is going about it all wrong. I think he is in a sense because it's hard to like change someone's objective and change someone's plans ever since they wanted to come into the sport of boxing by saying, hey, let's do this because of one fight. And like I said, my counterpunch is he's given Fury too much fucking credit, like too much whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit for Tyson Fury. You know, I know it's an all British showdown and all that, and it would do good and this, that, and the other. And the saving grace of Eddie Hearn dropping one belt or all the belts is because of the big ass payday is at the end of the rainbow. Harry Baldwin, appreciate you, brother. Wilder is absolute disgrace. Fury calls him on the phone at night. Imagine AJ versus Usyk in Madison Square Garden. Ooh, I think that wouldn't be a good thing to do. Let him get in there with somebody else. Kurt, where does the juggernaut fit in the current heavyweight picture in your opinion? He's there. You know, he's there. Kurt, as a Scottish man, I'm seriously excited. Do you think Taylor can do it against Ramirez? I think so. The Ramirez is a bad mother sucker, but here's the thing. Josh Taylor's going to bring it to Ramirez, and that's what Ramirez likes. That completes his fighting style. It's almost like, not like Canelo, but fighters that like people to come towards them and they enjoy the combat of it all. Those are the ones that are difficult. But like the thing is, Ramirez needs to be boxed. G still hunts AJ because of that. Why not fight AJ at Barclays Center? Yeah, you got to be somewhere else, not him. You know, go to Cali. AJ should fight Usyk, get that under his belt, and then beat Fury. The skills AJ would get by beating Usyk as far as speed and accuracy would help him with Fury. Yeah, I guess, you know, but he's fighting a bigger man in Tyson Fury, though. Who wins? Tanaka Loka fight. I'm not sure, Joe Mama. You have seen the video. You've seen the video of his guy clowning Porter's shoes or the pre-fight show. I have not. Martins, if it happens, it's going to happen later in the year. Joyce not getting the credit he deserves for smashing up Dubois the way he did. The quit took all the limelight. Yeah, it did, but still, he made him quit. Harry Baldwin, good night to you. Good night to you. I think AJ was told by his trainers to finish Pulev from a range. Safety first. Also, the referee choosing that movement to calm the fighters didn't help. No, I mean, yeah, well, that's a fight that you don't know what can happen, though. Usyk and Joshua. See, people are still doubting Usyk. Do you think Usyk ain't gonna have a game plan? Usyk's gonna go in there. He might get busted up a little bit, but this ain't gonna be a fucking Pulev fight. You know. Best life. Counterpunch to you. Welcome to the chat. 6'2", Ronald. I'm 6'2". Here's an interesting fight. Yoka versus Ajagba. Who wins? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure on that. Kurt, have you ever seen Marcelos Wilder's first loss on video? I have. Wait, not his first one. No. They covered that shit up, Kaylee, and good counterpunch. Now, I know where you're getting at. They covered that shit up. You couldn't find it nowhere. You can't. That shit's in the bottom of the river along with the fucking Sconyers fight for Wilder. Counterpunch. Joyce isn't exciting to watch. Well, he's not really exciting anyway. You know what I mean? It's just that's the problem. It's kind of promoting him as the problem. I gotta send it to you, but I have no idea how. Instagram, Deville Kurt, bro. Usyk will be a tough fight for AJ. Yeah, he will be a tough fight for AJ. I believe that shit. It's gonna be very difficult, you know. And if AJ can't adjust to that type of style from a southpaw, how many southpaws have you seen Anthony Joshua face? See, that's another factor nobody's looking at. Yeah, the straight right and stuff like that, but he looks slow. Usyk looks slow against Chisora. Well, comatose. Wilder would get the Joshua fight within at least 6 months. Blue Blood refers Deontay Wilder as a superstar former WBC. I mean, he's a former WBC. You know, I don't really know how to word his superstar and stardom. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, um, he's one of the top heavyweights, but superstar, I'm not sure. I mean, he's been on pay-per-view a couple times. It's probably his best pay-per-view as of, as late, but he lost. So if he was getting to that superstar status, his profile has been raised significantly, but we don't know. It's all uncertain right now because we don't know, based on what happened and based on the way he chose to do shit, is he still regarded as that? Will PBC Fox take another chance on him, which Showtime decided to do, and they came up short. So they ended up dropping him. It was all up to Al Heyman and how he defined, because none of those guys have said shit. Shelly Finkel ain't said nothing. JD's ain't said nothing. And Al Heyman, he ain't never gonna say nothing. But it just makes it strange. Like they're not backing their fighter. So there's one thing you don't hear from those channels at all. You hear Nicholas Asbury, you hear about the photographer, you hear about Marcelo's talking about his autopsy. What else do you hear? You hear about Vinny Bazienza talking about he was on HGH. You hear about the spike water, but what you don't hear about are the other trainers, the other management, the rest of Wilder's team. You don't hear about that shit. That's the problem. If they're all in sync, then you're like, okay, at least they're backing their fighter on what their fighter believes. Counterpunch. Wilder wasn't really known until starting to beef with AJ. Alec Wood, that is absolutely correct. Harry Sconiers is the boogeyman of the division, according to Wilder. Porter versus Usyk rematch. Huh? Porter versus Usyk. Okay. AJ will have to KO Usyk to win. Usyk can box, and his stamina is excellent. You're right. He ain't gonna get tired. Tyson Fury resume Klitschko, Chisora, Wilder. Fury needs to do more. It's pathetic. Kurt, you know what pisses me off? If Wilder won the Sconiers fight, why not have it on YouTube? Why not? Superstars put asses in the seats no matter who they fight. Nah, that's true. Wilder would be undisputed one day. You heard it here. Remember this. David Gray. Damn, Wilder living off AJ's name. Yeah? Kurt, whatever welterweight over there would you choose for Conor Ben as a good step up again fight? I would say Jeff Horn, but he's not a welterweight no more. He's a super welter. Tony Weeks. Jock Odd Sock, Tony Weeks. Kurt, who you got winning in the Lopez Loma rematch? I don't know. See, if first of all, we don't even know if there will be a rematch. While it isn't known now, remember Fury asking people on the street. That was a long time ago. Think Davis is dreaming right now. Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs, 160 pounds or something. Did he? Wow, I didn't know that. What about David Fields? He's not bad. No, I want somebody known. So I'm thinking. Usyk is not dumb like Pulev. That will stand with giving his chin to a third uppercut of Josh. No, that ain't gonna happen. Lopez would beat him again. Nicholas Ashbury, haha. But anyway, guys, this has been a great time. We're going to start off early tomorrow, so stay tuned for the live chat. I have some videos to cover before I crash. I will see you guys in the AM. Everybody stay safe, and everybody has been Counterpunch. Peace.